When you don't have law and order, you have people taking the law in their own hands. We call it vigilantism. And this is what's beginning to happen now. This story is about some crazy black guy with his dick out on a train, intimidating everybody and scaring people. And in the end, some men have to stand up and deal with this nutcase. Of course he's got mental health issues, of course. We know that. But do we care? Do you care if you've been assaulted by a fully sane person or a fully mental person? Does it matter to you? Doesn't matter to me. We need to sort this out. And people were beginning to sort it out themselves. This guy gets dragged off the train and probably gets a couple of digs along the way. And so we should. Education's painful sometimes and we need to learn. But this is just the tip of the iceberg. We're going to have a lot more of this, and some of it's going to turn violent, some of it's going to turn ugly, and some innocent people will become victims of crime themselves because someone thought they were a criminal. But that's what happens, you know. When you start getting vigilante mobs, we think he's the criminal, we think he's the burglar, we think he's the paedophile. Right, let's break his legs. That sounds good. And then it turns out he wasn't the paedophile, the burglar, the criminal. He was an innocent person walking home from work. That's what happens. That's why we need law and order. That's why we need a court system. Not the one we've got at the moment. Doesn't work. It's too political, too pink and fluffy. But that's what we used to have 20, 30, 40 years ago. We had something better. I want people taken to court and with 12 other people sat in the jury box deciding if they're innocent or guilty. That's the fairest system we've ever had. Not perfect, but it's the fairest system we've ever come across. But if the government doesn't get a grip, if we don't stop mass migration, if we don't stop these lunatics, if we don't stop crime, if we don't get a better police force, if we don't improve our criminal justice system, we're going to get vigilantism. Always happens. Government have been warned. You've been warned. We know what's to come. There's not much time left now to save this country before we turn to mass violence. Not much time left. But we need to try. We need to try to make our politicians understand they don't have much longer before it's too late and innocent people are hurt and killed. Vigilantism. Word of the day. You're going to hear it a lot more over the coming years. See you soon.